All right, so here we are at the final meal of the day. I mean, it's not the last thing I'm gonna eat. Well, it's not the final meal. I'm gonna have another shake after this. But all right, so here's what we got going. We got 14 ounces of chicken breast. We got a nice big salad. Got some red onions and some cheddar cheese. This is Velveeta shreds. It's only about 60 calories per serving of this cheese. I use it for a lot of stuff. And when I use it with my salads every night, I don't even use the full serving. So it's not even 60 calories. A lot of things that I put in here is just for the taste, right? So I have dressing in here. This is the dressing I'm using right now. Light raspberry vinaigrette, about 30 calories per serving. There's not even a full serving in there. It's about 2 tablespoons. I just put it a little bit on the top just so I can have the taste of it while I'm eating. But previous to putting that in there, I have a bunch of red wine vinaigrette, which is 0 calories in there. So that allows me to, still have the taste of something in there other than the vinaigrette when that runs out, right? And I've got some tomatoes in there. And when it comes to greens, I don't even really count greens that much, right? Because there's a negligible amount of calories. Like in a cup of spinach, there's like 20 calories, right? So all in all, I would say this whole dinner. Oh, did I say my chicken breast? I've got my chicken breast here. 14 ounces of chicken breast next to it. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but that's going to be 122 grams of protein by itself. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to definitely hit my protein goal today. Now, to some this might look like rabbit food. I enjoy this. I think it's quite good. Is it my most favorite thing in the world? No. It's good enough, right? It's filling due to all the greens, right? It's nutrient dense, right? And, part of the reason why this tastes good to me is because, I'm leaner than most. So, okay, that's gonna require some degree of explanation. So, there's studies that show that your body fat percentage is correlated to your taste bud composition. And when people tend to lose body fat, they tend to have more sensitive taste buds. There was a study that showed this in rats, for example. And anecdotally, that tends to correlate with my own experiences. When I'm at a higher body fat percentage, like I've, had a bad week in terms of diet or something like that, which doesn't happen too often, but it might happen like around Christmas time or something like that. The last thing I want to do is eat a salad, right? But once I start exercising again and my metabolism starts, getting back in gear and I'm starting to become active again and the body fat starts to come back off, and I'm starting to eat the foods that I typically eat, my appetite for more nutrient-dense foods like salads goes up, right? And I think that's a good reason why a lot of people tend to fall off their diets, because not only is something happening psychologically when you have a quote-unquote cheat meal or cheat day, there's something physiological potentially happening there with your taste buds. You might put on a little bit of fat and get the taste for macro-dense foods, like foods that are high in carbohydrates and high in fat, and that alters your taste buds and your brain chemistry, and then you just go down the rabbit hole of eating things that you're not supposed to eat, and then you fall off your diet completely, and then you revert back to your old habits. And I think that's one of the most important reasons why it's good to consistently stay active, because when you're active, you're driving hunger signals, and keeping your metabolism going. And I'm sure everybody has, heard the saying, I'm so hungry I can eat a horse, right? That's usually because you've either gone a long time without eating or you've, expended a lot of energy. And all of a sudden, anything would taste good. This salad, if it looks unappealing to you right now, if you were starving, you would have wolfed this down in a second, right? Because you wouldn't be as picky. And I think that's what being consistently active really helps with. All right, I'm gonna have to cut this shorter than I wanted to because my camera's about to die. I gotta recharge it before I do the final meal of the day. But yeah, I'm gonna smash this salad this chicken salad, and I will see you for my last shake.